Okay. I'm here. I think I geared up properly. Very... Okay. Is there everything else? Yeah, I pinged mine. Okay. So... How do I even want to start talking about this? So this boss that I've been fighting, my collection log for it is completely empty. I have gotten nothing from it yet, and I opened 20 chests. It's about 1 in 19. Where is this damn boss? Perilous Moons, is it? What do they call it? Moons of Peril, right? I'm just blind. Here it is. I have nothing except like the ammo for the bow, but my friend keeps doing the boss even though he already got all the things and is just bored. And so technically we'll be happy with anything we get, but he managed to snag an additional one of the magic helmet, an additional one of the archer helmet, the archer weapon, and the melee body, which I almost considered using today for the runs, but we'll probably use that if we fight another boss with melee. This boss really hurts, and so usually you want to wear like tanky stuff, which is why we're not wearing like gear that buffs our damage instead. But anyway, the reason why this boss is good at my level of the account, aside from just being one of the few mid-game bosses that we can actually do, is we can just get all of the supplies here. How is... Let me move... Oh, sorry, my eyes are looking a little weird. Let me adjust the webcam a little bit. Sometimes, if you see my model's eyes do this, I'm like looking off to the side, make sure everything's good. This is why a lot of VTubers use VTube Studio on their phone, but I was a little stupid on getting the model to... As for like the regular drops on it, obviously the uniques are all really good. There's a full mid-game magic, melee, and range set. But the regular drops are good too from the chest at the end. So like what do they drop? Bones, super compost, water orbs that I can make into stabs and get money out of. So like it's just a good boss. And all the supplies, as you see, I'm just getting them here. You don't have to bring in anything. You just hunt some lizards or catch some fish and make some potions and you're good to go. How's the volume? There you go, up a little bit. RuneScape is just a quiet game, which is like, I really should get like a royalty-free playlist, like a lot of the RuneScape YouTubers have. I should reach out to like some YouTubers and see what they do. Because like RuneScape streams can be fun, but it just feels like, you know, it's RuneScape. But you know, they always make it so fun. Right, whenever I tune into their streams or watch their videos. Some of these editors go crazy. I do have my coffee, so this is an appropriate time to use a coffee emote, should you have it. Use my coffee emote. Where is it? Thank you for the follows, by the way. I know there's some people that actually showed up. And how's it going, Boozy? I didn't want to ignore you. I was just starting up the stream. It's funny because like when I stream consistently, you actually do get like paid by Twitch for like all the ads and stuff. It'll be like $6 deposited in your bank account, and I'm like, hell yeah. So I leave some of the lizards We're going to be fighting 3 bosses in a row, basically, so the less we have to do what I just did and resupply, the better. Obviously, because we want more kills per hour. So, how these bosses work is there's 3 of them, and you move from one room to the next. And they're each weak to a different melee style. So this one is weak to crush. Another one is weak to stab. Hold on, I gotta adjust my quick prayer mid-fight. This one is weak to crush, another is weak to slash, and another is weak to stab. We will not be using a stab weapon, because there's just no good options for it at this stage of the account, unfortunately. So we're just going to power through that one. And each of the bosses have basically two mechanics, so you'll see them as we go about here. Otherwise, it's just this. You stand on the... Holy damage, Batman! What the hell? Anyway. This mechanic, I just have to light the braziers to stop him from healing. And if the tornadoes hit me, it turns off my run and hurts me. And they probably will hit me now and then. But otherwise, they're very easy to dodge, as you see. This is definitely the easiest of the three bosses. And now we just... One thing I don't like about this boss is this part where I just wait. I just wait for the phase to end. Because he's not healing anymore. He keeps healing for 0 because I already did the mechanic. Bonk. Bonk. Why am I just staring at him? What's happening? Right, here's the other mechanic where he steals your weapon, and so you have to, like, kick the ice to get it back. But yet again, at the end of the phase, when I weaken the ice thing, the phase doesn't end and you just have to wait. I hate bosses where you just wait. I don't like doing nothing, I like doing things. I like damaging things or dodging things. Sitting, I don't like sitting and doing nothing. Like this. The next time we come to this guy, it'll be a little quicker. The first kill was... I didn't potion up at the start. Alright, next boss room. Okay, so... The order it brings you to the next one in is always the same, I think. But the first rotation is going to be a little different. So now we're against the... I call him the hardest one. He's weak to slash. And the reason why he's the most difficult is because if he hits you, whether it's during a mechanic or just in general, he heals. So here's his first mechanic where it just rains blood. Can you special attack him, please? There you go. That's the entire reason I bring the dagger, is for this guy specifically. And this phase we have to dodge this one. It's hard to explain this phase, actually, but basically, we have to, like, rhythmically step to dodge this, otherwise he heals. And he heals if you mistime it, too, so it's, like, very punishing. And obviously, because he heals if he deals damage to us, I also bring my shield instead of my defender, because it's a little tankier. So this is the only guy we, like, switch our setup for a little bit. See, with the shield up, he doesn't do as much damage. That guy just died. You see that? Dude, the Blood Moon takes no prisoners, I tell ya. Bonk. And the reason why you hit the Jaguar is because you heal yourself if you hit it. And it's just to kind of help you with like a rhythm, I think is the purpose of it. Alright. Alright, can we, like, kill this guy? Chat, can we kill this guy? Can we kill this Blood Moon, please? No more mechanics, just die? Bonk. Alright, we did it. Okay. See, he's gonna take the longest each time because of the healing. Okay, so the first kill is always really weird. It put me back here. It's not supposed to do that. That's why I said the first rotation's really weird. Where do we even have to go? I think down here. Yeah, we'll go through the shrine. We'll go to the last one. I've gone through more food than I'd like, but... this is the chest we'll open at the end. We don't want to open it yet because we still got to fight the third one. Now, the next one's weak to stab, but like I said, we just don't have access to good stab weapons right now. So we're just going to brute force it. What happens if you use, quote-unquote, the wrong weapon type is they have a little bit of extra flat armor. So, like, he'll just not... If I hit low enough, he just won't take damage, right? Normally I don't resupply here, but I'm gonna get some more fish because I went through a lot of food. But what's nice about it is that this boss has a mechanic that's kind of like an easy mode mechanic, in that you get free damage on him as long as you time it right. And so even though we don't have a stab weapon, it's still pretty easy and going to be quicker than Blood Moon, because he has this mechanic that just lets us do free damage. Okay. The fish, aside from the fact that they don't split into like multiple cooked lizards, the fish are worse because they heal you for like one less as well. I don't know why they make it so much worse, but you know, damage resistance, I know. Alright, so here's Eclipse Moon. I'm going to put my camera normal, and you'll see why in a moment with his mechanics. Right, here's his first mechanic where he... Another thing that makes this boss is easy... Both of this boss's mechanics are just easy mode. He uses his health to attack us on this phase. Right, you see his health is going down as he shoots the lasers at us. And then you'll see what the other phase is like when we get there. This guy's just a high-risk, high-reward kind of boss. And it doesn't even do that much damage, is what's crazy. Anyway, bonk. You will notice, because of that flat armor, we will hit 0 more. Like, see how I hit 1 there? His flat armor kicked in, and it should have been like a 7. Right? Or a 0. It could have been an actual 0, like we missed, or it could have been like we hit a 4 or something. This entire region, they're like, what if we experiment with the concept of flat armor? Anyway, here's the other mechanic. He sends out 3 decoys, back to back to back, and then there's like a brief pause, and then he does it again. And every time we click on it to block it, we get free damage on him. And what's nice is the damage is instant, and that means slow attacking weapons that hit really hard, like my zombie axe, are really good here. So a lot of times people don't even bring a stab weapon anyway, and they just bring like a big slappy slash weapon or crush weapon, anything that's hits hard. Alright, we're taking a lot of damage though. Can we not? Eclipse Moon? I could have finished him off, but I wanted to heal up. I'd rather not die on stream. It's a little embarrassing. So it's okay if he gets in an extra mechanic. Every other boss I have planned today is like even easier than these guys. And as you see, these guys are pretty like they're clearly not difficult. You just need good gear so you don't get like destroyed. This guy's name is I'm Jewish. just very funny to me. I always find people with really funny names at this boss specifically, and I don't know why. Trade with I'm Jewish. I like to keep my shekels, actually. Die. Can you die? Die. There we go. Alright, so now what we do is we go to the chest room and we loot the chest, because that's all 3 bosses. Well, is he? So the chest, we can only get things from the armor set of each one we killed, right? You don't have to kill all 3 of them, but you get 2 additional rolls on the chest. So let's see. That's weird. So we just rolled each of these things twice, because usually there's 6 items, right? And then sometimes there's like 5 or 4, but very rarely do you see all that stuff. Anyway, that chest was kind of like the worst chest I've ever seen. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Let's quickly resupply. And go back in. So the drop rate for individual pieces that you're looking for is like 1 in 200 something, which sounds very intimidating. But when you factor in that there's 6 rolls on that chest, and there's 3 bosses that have 4 different things, it's actually about 1 in 19 to get like any drop. And as I said, there are technically 4 we don't want that like my friend already got for me, but I don't have them in my collection log, so it'll be really awkward if we get one of those, but that's okay because there's duplicate protection on your first. This is one of the few bosses in the game where you cannot get a second piece of the set twice until you have all of them, one of each of them, which I think is cool. More bosses should do that. Not every boss, right? RNG, it's fine to have some RNG, but like I do like especially for like a mid-level boss like this, it's nice to have a little bit of a leeway, you know? So you're not here for like 8,000 kills trying to get what you want. Dude, we did half his health in this phase. That's kind of crazy. I guess not half, that's exaggerating, but... Stop hitting zeros. One day we'll have a good stab weapon. Now, there's a couple I'm looking at to try to get. As for which pieces of the armor I'm most excited for, I really just need anything in the leg slot. Because all of these, even though there's one piece of, one armor set for each combat style, they're all designed to be hybrid with melee. So like the melee set is just for melee, but the range set also works good with ranged and melee, and the magic set works with magic and melee. So if I could get any piece of leg armor, they all give like a strength bonus, and leg armor is just really hard to get strength bonus on. We should be able to kill him in this phase. Literally just free damage. Easy peasy, dude. I'm gonna grab lizards for the next boss. I grabbed herblore supplies on accident. Well, I guess I'll make the 2 potions then. Not that I'm hunting for achievements right now, but we also do get an achievement for 25 chests opened, and that was 21. And as I said, it's about 1 in 19, so we are due for a drop. But of course, RNG can be a foul, foul mistress. Oh, and what's nice about this weapon I have, even though it's a slash weapon, as you notice, we're using the same weapon for all 3 battles, because this one has good slash and crush bonus. So, like, for this crush weak boss, I'm just going to switch my style to crush, which is why I just whack him instead of, like, slash him sideways, if you'll notice. And then I'll just save these raw lizards for the next fight. This is the melee set, by the way, that he's wearing. See how he's got his dual Makuitas? Take a stretch. That'll be us one day, coming into this boss with the crush weapons. Bonk. And what's nice about these potions, they're both prayer potions and combat potions. They increase attack strength and defense. Dude, we half-barred him. I told you this was just the easiest one. Oh no. Went back too early, award. Alright. Now we just chill. Bonk. As you see, a lot of people use this weapon here because it's pretty easy to obtain. You just have to kill like this regular zombie enemies for them. It's like a 1 in 800 drop, but it was a good grind. I got it early. I got it in like 200 kills. And I was like, this unlocks so many bosses. Because otherwise, I'd be here with like a dragon scimitar and a dragon mace, and that's like awful. But this thing just... I love this weapon so much, dude. This thing is my baby. It also just looks really cool. I trans heart waiting and doing nothing, don't you guys? Cook up these extra... This is why I bring the extra lizards, see? So, less time resupplying in between. Alright, time for the harder one. So basically, for this one, to make sure... Because obviously, it's an endurance battle, right? If the boss can heal. So, we want to deal as much damage early as possible. So, I start with my defender for accuracy and my dagger. And I use 4 specials on him, and then I just switch to the shield and the axe to deal more damage while taking less damage. And that is my strategy for this one. Launch all 4 specials into him. Yeah, we just did like 140 damage to him. And he healed back some, right? Because, you know, he's just going to the whole fight. But the as I step off of him like an idiot. Do you like my feet, chat? These shoes I have, they're literally just like ankle bracelets. And they give me 4 strength bonus. I have boots that make me tanky, but like my whole armor set makes me tanky. So I was like, I'll take a little bit of damage bonus in the shoe slot. Why not? It would help if I was on the right style, huh? I was bopping him with the crush style this whole time. Oh my god, please, what are you doing, bro? I'm clicking everywhere but the correct spot right now. There we go. Not bad, considering we were attacking him in the wrong one, man. Hit him one more time. There we go. Chest time. Okay. Sorry, I was just tabbing out to check stuff real quick. Alright. No, this. We gotta go. I'm streaming right now. Is it important? Oh. Okay. I hate that it makes that sound every single time. Shadows to the tree seeds, though. That's good. The bones are good. Everything else is kind of like whatever. Not even the common drops are good today, but that's okay. And see, we just keep taking the supplies, and you can, yes, you can literally just sit here all day, right, and just do this boss, which is why it's good content. Now, of course, if I want to do something else, we can. There's a couple other things I was considering doing. Another thing I like about these bosses is I don't have to worry about, like, switching my prayers. The protection prayers just do not work here, like the magic, melee, ranged ones. And so I just keep this prayer that buffs my damage and defense in general up the whole time. So that, you know, you're still using your prayer points on something. Fishing. Otherwise, what have I been up to in the game? Slowly work. Another thing, these bosses actually give pretty good combat XP because of their large health bars and lack of armor other than the flat armor. So you're basically just like wailing them for large numbers the whole time. And we really need 100 combat to do a couple of really important things. I know that's very vague, but like both of the achievement diary, the hard tier achievement diaries I have left, I need 100 combat for. For the Western Province, I need to play a veteran game of pest control, which needs 100 combat, and then the other one I need to take a Slayer task. I also have to get 1 kill on this other kind of powerful mid-game boss called Zulra, and yet another thing I considered doing on stream. I was like, that could be fun, watching me struggle to learn a new boss. Anyway. I also had to get the one Calphite Queen kill for the Desert Diary, and we did that on stream with Lemon, if you were here last time. In between our duo session at the Giants, which we finished, by the way. This stream was going to be me doing more Giants with him, but we finished the collection log between the two of us in like 65 kills. It was crazy. And we liked that boss because the resources were really good. And we were like, oh. Well then. And yes, we do have duo boss plans in the future to stream, but I kind of need the loot from these bosses to do any of them. And obviously, you know me, I always put off the more skillful content like this, like bossing, in favor of like the AFK chill stuff. So like that's why I'm like, if I don't just sit down and stream me doing a bunch of this, I'll never get it done. And it feels like as long as I don't have the stuff from this boss, it feels like I'm not locked out, right? Because you could skip this technically, right, and just go for harder bosses, but it's gonna help at the harder bosses, you know, until I get the really good stuff. So. Even quest bosses I could have been using some of this stuff for. I almost had him. Okay, we'll kill him now. This guy is still just sitting here, by the way. Boopicus is his name. Crazy. Dude, me not having a fire cape is so embarrassing. Yet another thing I could stream is a fire cape attempt, but that takes like an hour, 20 minutes for like at my level, dude. It's something, alright. Have I mentioned how much I love waiting? Dude, why do I do that? This is like the easiest mechanic to dodge, and I'm still messing it up. I gotta be careful with my food, because I didn't grab extra for Blood Moon this time. Okay, that time I don't even know what happened there. Just clicked on it. Alright. Just die, please. You are nothing. Where are the tornadoes at, dude? training combat on these guys is also really good. I was trying it out the other day. It's kind of pointless if you don't have everything you want from these guys, because like I said, these guys are also good experience, but they have interesting drops and are easy to kill. You see this legend over here with the rune armor? Dude, cheekiest 170 damage of my life. As you see, we have to click like right when the little pool of blood fills up. Bonk. Close, though. Knock on wood, this was a pretty clean kill, honestly. Compared to last run where I was, like, spurging out. As I just step on him and heal him right at the end. Oh, that guy just died. Yeah, you can come here with low-level gear and rune armor. Good luck. He must be a young Iron Man. Like, dude, go get 70 magic and go just start magic blasting barrows. And get some tank armor. That's what me and Lemon did. He wants it back. He's like, can I have the tank armor back? I'm like, but I need it. I need to do this boss. This is one of my favorite drops to get from them, the orbs, because that's just think of that as money, because I can make something with that and turn it into and alch it for money. Anyway, W money. Fishing. What do we need? 2 more for the achievement? That's good. That's how I've been doing the grind, basically. I've been basically doing 5 chests at a time. We'll, like, keep going, though. I really want to keep going till I get a drop, right? Because I'm due for one. It's like a 1 in 19-ish, approximately, chance. And this is going to be kill number 24. So, like, we got to get a drop, man. And like I said, the rest of the bosses I've got planned today are just, like, easy. Things I just blast with magic. I've been playing the new Pal World update. Very fun. What have you guys been up to? They got out surprisingly unscathed from all the Nintendo lawsuits, yeah. Like, what, they're like, okay, they had to make a couple changes. I know one of them is you can't glide on the Pokemon anymore, so they had to add like a little glider, like from Legend of Zelda, which is funny that they just stole from another Nintendo franchise. But like, you can't own gliding, right? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, you just kind of summon them, right? I did that fight with my shield out the entire time, I just noticed. I always forget to switch certain things. Not even going to cook these lizards, just going to keep them for the next fight. Dude, everyone's got all their Blood Moon already. We can get 2 hits in on each of these. And the tornadoes also turn off your run, which is really annoying. Which is why they're kind of worth dodging. Bonk. Bonk. It's kind of crazy how I technically already have 2 pieces of the ranged set. Lemon, literally, he just did like 3 chests, like, for fun yesterday. And because he does like the supplies you get, like, he wanted more. He's like, what's a quick way I can get bones? And so he just did this. For those wormling bones you saw me get. And he did like 5 kills, and he got 3 drops. I was like, come on, man. And they obviously were group mates, so he just gave them to me. But I'm like, I wanted to get those for myself. Alright, die, please. Thank you. Alright, let's cook these lizards. Bones rattled. Lemon just gave me what he did this boss pretty early on. So like he was one of those guys here with like the rune armor and everything. And the reason why he was able to get away with it is because he had done like 1,000 kills on this boss on his main account as a moneymaker. Right? And so obviously gear is important, but when you've been doing content for that long, let me switch to slash. When you've been doing a piece of content for that long, you know the ins and outs. And so now the kills were still taking a while, right? Because obviously gear matters. And he was there with like a dragon mace, not even a dragon mace. He had a Baronite mace, which is like a rune mace, but slightly better. It was awful, dude. He was like, yeah, I was getting like 16-minute kills here. It was not fun. Look at how, I don't want to brag, but like, look at how good I'm getting at time as I mess it up. But like, I'm getting pretty good at like the timings and stuff. Practice makes perfect. And the better you get at it, the more efficient you can get, and the better kills, quicker. I do wish I had slightly better gear though, but beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, time for chest number 24. We gotta stock up on potions for the next one. Bones, orbs, a fancy drop, please. And there it is. The Blue Moon Tassets. This is part of the mage set. It's worth 4 mil. Goddamn, dude. Iron Men be having hella bank in their banks and just not knowing it. Might as well round it out to a clean 25, huh? That's huge, though. That's like... I know I didn't do like a cool streamer react, but obviously I'm very happy with that. Viewers when the streamer doesn't freak out. It's alright. There were... Honestly, if I got the melee weapon, I probably would have freaked out a little bit. I'd be so happy. Because even without the set that buffs it, it's just good. It's just a strong weapon. We should be fine with just 4 potions. We'll grab one more. Dude, I have to like pick up stuff. This is awful. I'm gonna quickly pull up something on the side, on my sidebar here. I'm Googling something. there not a strategy guide for this? Oh, it's like a money-making guide. Super weird that there's not a... There used to be a strategy guide. I definitely remember looking at one. Whatever. Alright, let's do one more. One more kill here. I'm so I really am happy to get my first drop here. That's great. And it could have been a disappointment too. It could have been like another Blue Moon helmet. But we got the leg piece, and I just mentioned that leg pieces are hard to get strength bonus on, so. Dude's got the armor with the dad body gut over there. And then afterwards, I'll show you why what I just got is so good compared to my current best magic gear. Alright, stop just looking at him. That's the issue with these slow weapons, is that like sometimes your character just feels like they're just sitting there and just not dealing damage. Can we have like a Zweihander? I want a Zweihander. I know we have like the Dragon Rider Lance, and that's like a big sword, but I want like a big sword we have like over our shoulders, like Dark Souls style. I'm pondering the orb. I'm feeling the back-to-back drop. I'm feeling it. We just gotta fight the other two bosses after this one. Oh my goodness. Can you not hit me for like so much right at the end? There we go. Hello, Kitsune. I know, I was just saying how I like the look of my axe that I have. The zombie axe, as it's called. Can we get a good look at my character? Can we get a good look at the character? Hell yeah. Even my ring gives me some tankiness. We are a chuddy boy. Smash. Always joining right when mechanic starts. One of the funny things about the mechanic is that he heals when the braziers are not lit. So if you'll notice, the game just gave him 80 free damage to give me an incentive to go turn off the damn braziers, or to turn on the braziers. Otherwise, I'd just sit there. But they're like, well, if we give the boss free damage, then they'll have to go do it. Give me my weapon back. I worked hard for it. No! How do I mess up the easiest phases? This is great. Why doesn't he have a fire cape yet? It's like, dude, you know exactly what happens in my Jad fights. You don't even have to see it. I always be clicking on the wrong prayer. Alright. Bonk. The blue moon pierces your defenses. How about you don't do that? Chud, I'm a chud, I'm a fat little chud. Alright. Stop just staring at him. Die. Kill him. There you go. One more kill on the hard one, and then we're good. Switch to slash. Drink our last potion dose we'll need, other than restoring. Switch back to our axe. Dude, this dude's spear is sick as hell. Stop with the healing, dude. Is it too late? No. Dude is just gonna heal to full at this point. There we go. Have you considered death and dying, Mr. Bloodman? Please consider. Well, I tried. During the quest to unlock this boss, you have to fight, obviously, the bosses. I was out of food when I finished off this guy, but I did manage to do it first try. Anyway, that should be all she wrote for now. I mean, if we get a back-to-back, I guess I'll go for the back-to-back-to-back, but otherwise, we're going to get an achievement when we open this chest for 25 kills. I hate when someone else clicks on the chest. It, like, cucks us. There we go. Achievement unlocked. The Perilous Champion. A maple seed? That's worthless. That's absolute dog shit. Anyway, let's get out of here. Stretch. I'm stretching. He is stretching. Alright, ring of... Oh, here's the tacits, right? So, my current best magic legs were these mystic robes. Let me take off all the melee shit, because it's not helping, obviously, with my magic stats. They gave 15 magic accuracy and 15 magic defense, and that's it. These give 7 more magic accuracy, 17 more magic defense, some actual melee defense, right? And it's got crush defense, and it increases my magic damage and melee strength by 1 and 1%, respectively. Because remember, I told you all of these also give melee bonuses. So this is just better in every way. In the meantime, let's pull out our cash stack, make a quick pit stop at Varrock. Gear up for the next activity I have planned. I always plan ahead. I was going to keep doing that until I got a drop, by the way. If I didn't get one, as when I did. I wanted both the 25 kill achievement and a drop, so whichever came last, right? And I just happened to get the drop on 25. Will we be using it right now as we mage the next boss? Believe it or not, no. Because the next boss is actually so weak, it makes sense to have more sustainability than damage. So, literally a boss that free-to-play players could access. But we're fighting the members version for the better drops. And because we have much better gear we can use here. Alright, this is where I like to resupply. Alright, so let's I'll talk about the gear setup as I get it set up here. This gives magic magic accuracy and prayer. I'll probably just use my lower the volume a little bit on the music. It's a little loud now that I'm thinking to myself. As for head slot, I don't really know what I want to use for the helmet. We could just use, like... This works because it gives prayer. The Farseer helm gives some magic accuracy. I'm gonna bring this, actually. I'll wear the Fremennik helmet because it's iconic. Grab my rune pouch. My 13,000 chaos runes. No, don't go into Death's office. We don't need to be here. We haven't died. We're not noobs. This should be our gear. We have a cape that gives us more damage, but I think I want the prayer bonus over it. What else do we need? We need anti-poisons. I need to stock up on these. I do not have too many of these. We need prayer potions to stay there as long as possible. Let me look at her drops real quick so I can make sure I have... She does drop herbs. Alright, we'll bring the herb sack. Oh, and we need an axe for her one mechanic. Otherwise, I think we are good to go. As you see, we have a lot of prayer restored, because we can kind of just sit at this boss forever. And I'm not exaggerating. And you'll see why. Alright. We can teleport right to the boss room, too, is what's awesome. You might recognize the iconic rock sewers. You're about to enter an instance area. Yes, I know. So this boss cannot hurt us, and oh my god, we're shredding her. What we're looking for... I don't want to be in melee range. What we're looking for is a 1 in 16 drop called a Mossy Key, so we can get them quite frequently. And... Why am I not dealing damage? Maybe I do need that magic accuracy, huh? But, this is her one mechanic. She brings out the little things, and you just axe them to death. And then you switch back to my staff, and I just blast her. We're looking for a 1 in 16 drop of her key, so that we can open her chest. And then... that lets us, Oh, there's the key. Alright, perfect example. And I think it's quicker to just leave her dungeon and come back in than it is to wait around. Actually, no, if you open it, she respawns right away, so let's open it. Because we got a key. And the key has a 1 in something, like 1 in 128 chance to get what we're looking for. Yeah, see, she spawns pretty quick if you open the key. If she doesn't get a key, we'll just leave and come back. I was told she also poisons, but maybe that's only if you get hit, so I just need to bring the 1 anti-poison in case I prayer flick wrong or something. Oh no, she poisons. Okay. Dude, look how quickly we kill her. And we get 150 prayer XP each time. Awesome. Exit the lair. I wish I could turn off this warning. That would be cool. I already have all the achievements at this boss, so we're just looking for the drop. Will I stay here until I get it? Probably not, because that's a lot of kills. Approximately. Mathematically, that's what? 1 in 16 drop, and then a 1 in 128 drop on top of it? That's kind of crazy. Could take a while. We'll do this till I get bored, basically. Dude, one of the growthlings got stuck on her. That's not fun. See, as you see, she does no damage as long as I protect from magic, so... A singular limpwort seed? You're kidding me, dog. Dude, this boss's drops are just... Like, the boss's drop table, I think it's literally the Moss Giant drop table, with exception of the keys being faster. Because you can get the Mossy keys from regular Moss Giants, too. But that's yet another 1 in 128 drop. Whereas from the boss, they're 1 in 16. So... I could just sit here and kill the boss all day. No, don't axe the boss, thank you. Six nature runes, thanks, boss. Appreciate it. Thanks, lady. Someone banned that guy, by the way. The view botter. Oh, thank you. It just didn't show up on my side. Or rather, on the OBS side. I have OBS open for chat because it lets me look at YouTube chat as well. Whereas I don't just look directly at the Twitch chat. If you're wondering, what's funny is I mentioned about how the chest works. Oh, there's another mossy key, perfect. But I didn't even mention what we're looking for from the chest. So this chest has Bryophyte as essence, and that lets us rune bars. Let's go. The cool drop. And we can combine it with a staff to make Bryophyte a staff. And it's like you can charge it with nature runes, and it has a chance to save nature runes. So it's not even like a bossing upgrade. It's more of like a skilling upgrade. But I kind of just want it because I have some plans for it, some activities that I can use it for. It's very low on the priority list, but I just wanted to blast something with magic, honestly. The reason why we bring the axe, by the way, is because you can technically kill those growthlings with anything, but the axe, and if you bring a woodcutting axe, just one shot. Blood runes. A singular blood rune, not blood runes. One blood rune. Thanks, bro. I'm gonna leave to make a small change to the setup. I actually do need a little bit more damage and accuracy. I was so focused on the sustain stuff. Here, we can get like 2% more damage real quick. Might as well use some of the Blue Moon stuff, right? Correction, 3%. Oh no, that's 3 melee strength. And then my cape, 2% magic damage, so I lose some prayer bonus, which is unfortunate, and this one is an upgrade. Okay. A sandwich? Don't mind if I do, sandwich lady. As for the hill giant boss, absolute dog shit. Not even worth going for. But the Bryophyta's essence is actually kind of good. Can you imagine banking to get better gear, and you're still just splashing on the boss with fire spells that she's weak to? Crazy work. There's the poison again. When did I hit 81 hit points, dude? But as you see, this staff is special in that it attacks twice, with like a secondary follow-up attack that's a little bit weaker. I think it's about half as strong, 40% as strong, I don't know. It's something. These guys also drop beginner clues. Maybe I should be doing those, huh? Because I think the Mossy Key Chest is a guaranteed beginner clue drop. Next trip we'll start doing them. On free-to-play, this was awful, because we didn't have any good ways to restore our prayer. I'm just going to leave that seed there. That's worthless to me. Check count. You have opened... I like how the kill count isn't the kills, it's just the chest. So I've opened the chest 8 times. We're actually dealing a little bit less damage because we're using the tier 2 spells instead of the tier 3 spells, like the blast spells, but the Chaos Gauntlets make up for it. They make the Chaos spells hurt a little bit more. Quick exit and just rinse and repeat. See how it's just quicker to just do that instead of just sitting here waiting? The Tome of Fire is probably overkill here, because it uses charges every so many spells, right? Oh god, that actually goes through charges really quick. I shouldn't be using it here. It's alright, I have more pages in the bank, so once I'm out, I'll switch to something else. I have a little shield that gives me like magic damage and prayer bonus, so that's cool. Or magic accuracy, I guess, not damage, but... toad flax seed? You bore me, dude. This thing blows through I forgot how quickly it goes through the charges. Can I get one more mossy key before teleporting out though? That makes me very happy. Because the point of bringing all these prayer stuff is to just stay here a while. Coins? You insult me, Bryophyta. You actually insult me. After this kill, I think I'm gonna do that real quick. Teleport out. Unless we get a mossy key, then we'll do the back-to-back real quick. No, okay. Dude, we cannot be using charges here at Brio. That's crazy work. Take my last sip of coffee. The Broodoo shield gives prayer bonus, which makes up for the lack of prayer bonus. Oh, I reached back. That's why that happened. For the lack of prayer bonus in our other slots. So. Let's do these awful, awful, awful beginner clues that I hate. Dude, I'm in no rush to like stop streaming tonight, so I'm good to keep going. What time is it? 5? Probably, or 6? At least until 8. And I'm doing them now because basically when you open the mossy chest, you get a guaranteed beginner clue. And so only after like 4 mossy chests am I gonna have to do these again. And that's my plan for sometimes it's just a 1 casket. What's funny is I'm not even gonna like. I can waste these charges. I don't really care. I'm not even gonna open these caskets. Maybe at the end we'll open them. If you're wondering if there's anything good in these beginner caskets, the answer is no. Leather chaps. That's one of the few I don't think I have a lot of. Better yet, not only do I not have a lot of them, I'm just straight up out of them. Incredible. Dude, that's so embarrassing. I need an excuse to go do this real quick, though. I just have to go tan this leather. Is that a nature implant? Come here, you. Come here. Oh my god. You know what? I don't want you anyway. You're ugly. Now give me my cowhide back. You need multiple inventory spaces, even though it only ever drops one thing. Okay, dude. Whatever, bro. Don't tan one of them. Tan all of my cowhides. Thank you. I don't know if there's a closer hidery to a teleport, but here we are. I like how I just called it a hidery instead of a tannery. Incredible stuff. There's other things I'm gonna need to stock up on for these Charlie steps. Like I need more pikes and herrings, I think. I can't remember if it's cooked pike or regular, but this can go in my magic gear section. That was so nice. I know I said this a bunch, but that just made me so happy. Charlizzle the Tramp, my old friend. Here's your leather chaps, buddy, that I had to go out of my way to get. It's more of like a completionist thing for me doing this. The beginner clue drop table is so small, I kind of just want to complete it. Right, where is this one? Inside the wheat field. I wish I had a... I wish I had a Amulet of Glory, dude. I'm working on it. I'm 73 crafting, 50k away from 74. And at 76, I can +4 boost. And craft me and my group mates some glories. I should have, knowing I was going to do this boss, a true streamer patriot would have just done this before the streams use his, but I forgot about my beginner clues because they're so worthless and I hate them. So. Aside from completing the drop table, at 600 you get an emote, and so it's like yet another completionist thing. Oh, law runes. I'm like, why can't I teleport? Should have brought those instead of earth. Casket number 2. DIS. Wonder what we're doing for dinner tonight. I'll probably kill. Honestly, that's probably what I'll do. I'll stream until I get a. Let's see what we got going for dinner. Dude, I love having teleports everywhere, man. It's just so nice. All right, casket number 3. For this one, I have to equip some stuff, but that's okay. I store it in here. I love filling those stashed units. I think it's really fun. And then put the things back in the things. Speak to Reldo. We can just do this, use this little orb again. Same place as last time, say less. See, this didn't take too long. We're finishing up now. Then we can get back to the boss. I certainly don't want to be doing that boss for a while. It's just something that's like, I want to get it. I want to get it out of the way because that's the only drop from that chest. That's like good. So perhaps one day, if I'm really bored, I'll kill the hill giant boss. But I don't really see myself doing it. We're gonna run out of run energy, but that's okay.
Anthony.
Yes.
Bring up the laundry.
Okay. In like a little bit. All right. After I do the clues, I'm going to take a brief intermission. I do want to keep streaming, but I just gotta go do some. I gotta use the bathroom and do some other stuff real quick. Excellent. Now we're ready to stick around for the long haul. By long haul, I mean every 4 chests we open. Alright, I'll be back. I have returned. All right, let's keep blasting that boss, dude. Big damage. Hey, a mossy key. I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's a guaranteed beginner as well. It is. Okay, so it's good that we actually... Hey, what are you doing? Dude, imagine going dry on this drop. Imagine like if you actually open 128 chests. We can just quick escape. Thanks for the coins, nerd. I do wonder if just bashing her with melee is better. But like, I don't really have a use for chaos runes, so I don't mind dumping them into her for some magic XP and stuff. Axe the damn minion, there you go. I should bring like one piece of food, shouldn't I? Oh, she herself also has like a 150 chance at beginner, so... Just get beginners like crazy here. If only they were actually good, huh? Ensouled giant head. I'll take it. $37. Mithril spear. Cape shit, dude. Sorry for not talking much. There's just not much to say. This boss is super easy. I told you that all the other bosses I had planned for today were easier than that. Soon we'll be able to fight tougher bosses. Need a few more drops from the moons. Don't axe the boss. Dude, the twin flame is so good. Two coins. Boss enemy, by the way. It is nice that we could just sit here forever and just get the drop eventually. And we are getting a nice bit of magic XP off the boss over time. Bonk. Dude, on free-to-play, when I was fighting this boss on free-to-play, we had to, like, prayer flick, right? Because we don't have access to prayer potions on free-to-play. So, like, it was awful. But here, I just full send the prayer. And just never take damage. This way I don't have to bring food. Because if I prayer flick and I miss now and then and she hits me, that's, you know, then I gotta eat food. Oh, look, guys, a magic staff. Is that even worth alching? That's just actual dog shit, I think. Dude, that is getting dropped on the ground. Anyway. Like I'm still just attacking the boss even though he's immune right now. Could you imagine if I died here? It would be very embarrassing. Alright. Do, I guess, one more trip. My bank is full. That's never fun. Me when I get too many suffering from success. I'm getting too many good drops. Grab some egg potatoes, dude. Sure. They are calling it the worst use of moth mixes ever, my guy. Now this is a boss drop I'd get excited if I got it. Because I really don't want to be here, obviously. But the moon's like, it's like, yay, one less thing I have to get, right? Like I gotta keep doing that. So that's why I was super excited. I like how I'm still just like not paying attention. It's okay. One more magic or mossy key for the day, please. How about you don't whack the damn boss, dude? I do like how I can quick exit from a few tiles away. I really want these combat levels, man. Bonk. I really need to stock up on unicorn horns and just make a bunch of super anti-poisons. want to run up to the boss because it... Bryophyta is no more. Thanks for the earth runes, Chud. They are calling it the most not worth drop you've ever seen, dude. Wild Blood Seed, that can stay its ass on the ground, dude. Dude, where are the keys at? We were getting like a bunch, even though it's like 116. Oh, there it is. Now that is scroll. I do like to take advantage of the quick back-to-back spawn, though. When you lost a key. Oh shit. Three adamant kite shields. I'll just stay, honestly. The beginner clues are such bad dog shit anyway. I'll stay and then I'll finish the stream by opening the caskets. Shoutouts to the double back-to-back. I guess the back-to-back. Oh, stretch! Stretch, stretch, stretch. A spinach roll. Okay. Look at my stats, guys. They're getting there. Almost 1,800 total level. That'll be my crafting. Get me there. Anti-poison about to wear off? No problem. Dude, all these early bosses are so boring. I wish there was more I could say about it, but like, I'm just blasting with magic, and then now and then I smack something with my axe. You know, it is what it is. It's so funny how the combat XP does add over time here. You get 120 every time she spawns the ghost because you get the full health value. Can we please finish her? Thank you. A steel medium helm. Gem. As for what the next bossing stream will be, maybe I'll do the skilling bosses. Mix it up. Can I get one more key for the night? Just one more. One more of the 1 in 16 keys, please. I do love how quickly I killed the boss, though. That's awesome. There's a reason why the loot's behind the chest and not behind the boss, because you just obliterate this thing. Come on, man. he literally didn't drop anything that time. Or she. One more, please. Just one more drop. I need that hit. Like I said, I'm in no rush, but I'd like to get this, do my clues, start the stream earlier, and I can just do a bunch of bosses in one stream. Because so far it's just been like 2.5. Yes. Okay. Sure. That's enough for now. Let's teleport out. Do these clues. Spade, device, law room, and explorer's ring. My weight reducing gear. Keep the twin flame on me. Okay. Oh, my chronicle and my cowbell, right? My other teleports. Charlie, my man, how can I help you? What do you need from me? A raw trout? You got it. Some people, when they do this, they actually carry like some of each of the items you can ask for on you. I'm not that tryhard though. A trout. Shanty, you got it. Do these 4 clues real quick. Open these 4 caskets and the other 4 I got earlier. And then call it a stream. Next time probably will be more moons because it's just the best boss for me to be doing right now. But then I'll probably, instead of doing Brio, I'll do like maybe the fishing boss because I've been putting that one off, and that one has a lot of good drops. Well, not great drops, but more like skilling stuff that's just handy. Although the Tome of Water has combat uses as well. So that's nifty. Hey, at the Alcarid Mine, that's just north of here. There was something I wanted to get from my bank while here. Oh, new ring of dueling. I considered streaming the quests as I'm getting closer to getting my quest cape, and so the quests are getting like to be more difficult and interesting. But these quests are really, really long. Like actually 3 hours. You might be like, oh, that's perfect for like a stream. It's like, yeah, but like what if I like get stuck on a boss fight and just literally can't do it? Or what if I I'm always like getting up to use the bathroom or eat when I do the longer quests. So just like I kind of like doing it at my own pace, right, and not on like stream. The first excuse was so shitty. It's like, what if I'm struggling with the content? It's like, then just get better at the content. Play the video game. Like I'm at the end of Monkey Madness right now. I just got to go back and do it. But the fight near the end was frustrating me. All right, Charlie, what do you need? I've yet to figure out which bank is closer. Iron ore, say less. Say less, cuz. I think this bank is a little bit closer than the one over there. Rose doing beginner clues. They're so awful, man. Like, you're going to see the loot we get from these, and you'll be like, wow, can't believe you wasted like 10 minutes of your life doing that. And we'll all be like, yep. But it's okay, because I kind of am just more interested in getting the emote at 600. It's like a fun little thing. Recharge my run energy. Draenor Manor. I love this teleport. Didn't they add an agility shortcut? No, I think they're going to add an agility shortcut here pretty soon. All the summer sweep up changes where they're making the game less insufferable. All right. Because we got to walk all the way around these trees, you see? And there's like one path that you got to do. A little bit annoying. West of the Champions Guild. Cow fields, say, look at how quickly we can just teleport around for these. We literally have like the optimal setup for this. That's the only reason why I'm doing them, is because I can do them so quickly, even though it's basically pointless and just like a collection thing. Besides, some of these the unique drops are actually worth a little bit of money, and so I do like watching bank value go up, even though I'm an Iron Man and can't use it. Number go up. Talk to Hans. You just walk there. This is one of my favorite RuneScape music tracks, Autumn Voyage. 'Tis a banger. Hans, here you are. Cowfield north of Lumbridge, say less. We gotta walk there like a bitch. I should start planting yew trees here again. Can I? Are my yew trees ready to harvest? Or not harvest, but they are. When do the fruit trees finish? Oh, they're also done. So maybe I should. Tomorrow morning before work, I'll do a farm run. Wasn't gonna do that on stream. Just thinking aloud. This way I can check on my cow quants. Loving all these steps in the same area, though. That's always great, too, so you don't have to teleport. Loot salad. Dude, God bless Ferox Enclave. I wouldn't be playing this game without this. The ability to just restore my stats on a whim. It's like, yeah, you can get it at higher levels, but like, I would be doing very specific content otherwise in this game. All of my content I would be doing would be going into like construction to be able to get the pool. But it's much less important this way. It's still nice to have it in your own house instead of, let me catch this essence impling. Cosmic runes, will take it. I will never say no to more runes, because more runes are more spells. When we actually open the caskets, I'll probably keep the Explorer's Ring, just get rid of the garbage stuff. Alright, last step of the night. Alright, who's ready for immense disappointment? Because I am. I guess I'll bring the runes to teleport to my house so I can just put whatever I get away. Bro is assuming he's going to get things. That's funny. That's a duplicate. I already had that one, but it's another unique. Aren't those great, guys? Isn't that like the most fun you ever had opening clues? Let's go to my house real quick and put these away. I gotta update my house. I'm slowly making it better. The black pickaxe can actually be stored in here. And with that, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go have dinner and do some other stuff before I head to, I guess not bed, but get ready for some things. Talk to you later.